What's going on, guys? Your boy Maze, we're back with another video, and in today's video guys, I'm going to be discussing the Constellation system in Grand Cross, guys. And we're not going to be discussing why the system is bad, because we know the system is not really a good system in Grand Cross. But in this video, I'm going to be explaining pretty much everything you guys need to know about the Constellation system, so that you know exactly what you're gaining whenever you're increasing your Constellation, and also just covering like how you can actually increase it super quickly. So let's talk about it in this video. Alrighty, guys, so we have the Constellation system right here. So if you guys actually want to access this, you're just going to go to the account buff right here where it shows your combat class, and then you're actually going to go and see the Constellation system. So the way the Constellation system actually works is that every time you increase a character in Grand Cross at all, it can be literally anything. It can be like a limit break, it can be super awakening, it can be getting a cosmetic for the character, it can literally be anything. You're going to be getting a growth point. So as an example here, like I guess you know what I'll do, I'll go on my free to play account here and I'll show you guys exactly how you gain growth points, right? So it can literally be anything, but as an example, I'm just gonna, like, let's just say, well, I don't even know here. Let's find a character we can either like limit break or something, or level up, and then I'm gonna show you guys like what you gain when you do it. So right here, so we have Guild Thunder. Okay, so I have enough mass to actually limit break him, so I'm gonna limit break him from level 70 to level 75. So he unlocks that, right? And once we do it, as you guys will see, we are going to be getting 3 growth points here. And so as you guys can see, growth points are going to be pretty much attainable through any method of leveling a character or increasing a character's stats at all. The only thing that does not work is giving gear to a character that does not increase GP at all. The only increase of GP is going to be through the characters itself, right? So let's say you gain like a new cosmetic for this Elizabeth right here, then that would get you GP. Let's say you enhance this Elizabeth and you get her to 100, right? And then you actually or actually no, enhancing I don't think gives GP. It's only the actual limit break itself, and then the super awakening as well. Dupes also do give GP as well, so if you're wondering if dupes do matter, they do. And every cosmetic for the character does matter, even if you have not equipped it. So pretty much, like as an example, if I go to like the one Essenor, my original the one Essenor, all like this outfit right here that I have would still give me GP just for owning it, right? Like any of these outfits that I have past the 5, so like this outfit right here would have gave me GP, this one would have gave me GP, so it doesn't matter. Any outfit you have that's even past the maximum 5 out of 5 for your cosmetic slot will give you GP. Alright guys, one more thing I wanted to add in terms of the actual video is I forgot to mention the amount of GP you gain per thing you do in Grand Cross. So this is where we're going to talk about it. So enhancing your character or limit breaking your character is always going to be giving you 3 no matter what limit break you do. So if it's going from, you know, SSR to UR, if it's going from UR level 60 to 65, all of that stuff going all the way up to level 100 is always going to be giving you 3 GP. Super awakening is also always going to give you 3 GP as well, but the regular awakening is only going to be giving you 1 GP per awakening. So if you're just doing like an awakening star for a character, like let's say I was like on my JP account, let's say, and I was like, okay, let me, you know, awakening star my Fraudrin as an example, right? Because he's the only character and Elizabeth that I don't, but I'm not gonna do it. But if you were to give them like a full awakening token, it would only give them 6 GP because there's 6 regular stars, but the super awakening is actually where you get 3 per star. Another thing to note as well is that dupes actually do give GP, and they give you 3 GP per dupe. So anytime you get a dupe on a character, if you're ever getting dupes, you're always going to be getting 3 GP as well. And then another place you can actually gain GP as well is going to be from obtaining holy relics, and the amount of GP you actually get from a holy relic is actually going to be 10 GP per holy relic, which is big, right? That's probably the biggest GP increase you can actually get on your character. And then obviously other than GP, we have outfits, which every single outfit's going to be giving you 1 GP, even if you have 5 out of 5 already for your outfit slots. So as an example, like if I was to get an affinity for any of my characters that I don't have affinity for, so let me actually see how much affinity, like let's say I was to get this Elaine outfit from this affinity right here. Like I don't think I have enough, but let's as an example, like let's say I was able to do it, right? If I was able to get this outfit, this would give me 1 GP even if I had 5 out of 5 on Elaine's outfits already, which I don't. But if I did, then it would still give me 1 GP no matter what. So anytime you gain an outfit, you're always going to be gaining GP, so make sure to do your affinity on all your characters because it's very important and you gain GP as well. And that's just part of it. So yeah, I just wanted to add this part in the video because I forgot to mention it when I was doing my main recording, but yes, there you go. Now you guys might be wondering, like, amazing, what do we even use the GP for? So now what you're going to do is when you actually go into the Constellation system itself, you're going to see pretty much the mana and stone like nodes, and pretty much you're going to be able to level up these nodes. So if we actually scroll down into here and we go onto one of these nodes, so this node right here is going to be a HP node. As you can see, it's going to cost 300 GP from me to actually gain 450 HP. But pretty much how it works is you can go to any node on the actual thing and it'll show you what kind of stats you're gaining, either it being a substat or a main stat depending on the type of stone. So if it's like a mini stone, you're going to be getting a substat, and if it's one of these mana stones, you're actually going to be getting a basic stat. And so pretty much every time you gain any type of, like, you know, increase for your characters in your box, you're just going to be leveling up one of these things, either the mana stones or the actual regular stones. Right, so that's pretty much a gist of the actual like system itself. Pretty much anytime you're increasing a character's you know, limit break, super awakening, getting cosmetics, that's going to increase your GP. Now that you know exactly how to increase your GP and what the Constellation system is about, what is the purpose of actually increasing your character stats and, you know, pushing towards this Constellation system? The main purpose for the Constellation system is the Constellation completion reward. As you guys can see, on the completion reward for at least Sloth and Envy, you do gain a good amount of stats, right? You go from, what is it? You get 50 attack and 1,300 HP on an Envy. I think Greed you get, yeah, so it's nothing crazy. It's like 120 defense, 700 HP. But when you get to Sloth, man, Sloth is where you get a big increase, like 4k HP, 300 defense, 250 attack. That is a lot of combat class, guys. This is like, I think this increase in combat class, I think is about 5,000 combat class, which is absolutely insane. Getting an increase of 5,000 combat class in like general, in general across all content in the game is just a big increase in terms of stats, right? And then even crazier if we look at like Gluttony, which I personally do not have unlocked yet. This is gonna be 400 attack, 480 defense, and then 6,000 HP. So this is probably like a 6-7k like CC increase, right? It's absolutely insane. So when you're getting to like these higher Constellation, like, you know, ranks, that's when you're really gonna notice the like increase in your character's stats, and it's just a lot more valuable than anything the account combat class actually gives you. Like, that's why Constellation is just such a like a stronger effect on your account than Box EC is, and it's absolutely insane the way that works, just because you're getting so much more stats. And so, you know, when you're actually focusing on, you know, building your Box CC and you know, focusing on Box CC, having characters being limit broken and super awakening can help as well towards your Box CC, but not also just your Box CC, your Constellation as well. And so you can actually level that up too. So now that we've kind of covered like the general gist of Constellation, what is going to be the Chaos Crystals? So Chaos Crystals were actually added, I think it was like a few months ago actually. They're fairly recent in terms of what they do. But once you have access to the Chaos of Constellation, you're actually going to unlock it once I think you get to Sloth, if I'm not mistaken. Once you unlock Sloth, I think you do have access to the Chaos of Constellation. And pretty much the way this is going to work, guys, is you have each of your mana stones right here. So these are going to be the basic stat stones. And what you can do is you can actually re-roll the actual substat and try and level it up to get a higher of the basic stat pretty much. So as you can see right here, so as an example, if you go to defense right here, you guys can see that in terms of the rolls right here, I got really shafted on these two bottom rolls, but I got really good on these, you know, top 3 rolls right here. Pretty much you're gonna get 3 of these every single week, and just for free, by the way. You're gonna get 3 of them, and you're gonna actually like use it on the stat right there and see if you get a better stat line, which right here actually did make it. I got a better stat line, right? You guys can see, so we got less here, right? And it's always a RNG thing, right? There's no hammers for this, so you can't actually, like, I can't push this from 29 to 30. I would just have to re-roll the entire thing completely and hope I get lucky, right? So that's pretty much how it works. But right there, I'll apply changes because I get more defense, and boom. So now we actually get more stats for free, right? But what I would say the best recommendation to do is definitely focus on the green mana stones though, because you want to get your HP as high as possible when actually doing this so that you get more in terms of your stats. And then they do have rates here in terms of how like lucky you have to be to actually get the, you know, the higher percents. And as you can see, it is really rare to be getting like a full board of just like, you know, anything above like, I don't know, like 400, let's say, right? So it's just going to be very like RNG heavy, but we're going to try this right here and let's see if we get a better stat line. We don't, so then we're going to cancel changes and we're going to keep the one we already have. And luckily you're able to do that, and so it gives you that like, you know, at least you have that like sense of security, so whatever like you start with you can always keep. So you're not going to be always getting lower, but if you are, then you just keep whatever you have. So that is the Chaos of Constellation system, and that's part of Constellations in terms of increasing your actual stats as well, because that, you know, contributes to the bottom right here where you guys can see these 7 constellations and the all the stats you're actually gaining. So that's pretty much like the gist of Constellation, guys, and it's not a good system in Grand Cross. I gotta be completely honest, it's not really a good system, because the way it works is that it really incentivizes like whales to actually push their box and just push all their characters as much as possible, so that they gain stats like this where they're just absolutely LTCing any person they play. So it's not really a fair system, but this is the explanation of the system so that you guys can capitalize on it and you guys can work on your box and actually increase your characters as well. So what I would recommend, and what I've been doing on my free-to-play account as well to actually do this, is I've been getting all my characters to, at the very bare minimum, level 80. And what I did is I started with my R characters. So if you guys can see, I click on R right here and you guys can see all my R characters are level 80. So 80 Alioni, 80 Twigo, 80 Golgius, all of them. Like, I'm literally getting all of them to level 80 because that's going to be GP increases. It doesn't matter the rarity, it just matters that you're leveling them up and you're getting them limit broken. So you guys can see, if I scroll down to the bottom of my box here, you see no more rare characters. They're all already, you know, the level 80. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on my SR characters and I'm going to start focusing and getting them up. And yeah, it's a grind, obviously, guys. It's definitely going to be a grind, but that's part of the you know, the box CC and the Constellation grind on Grand Cross. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful, though, to at least explain to you guys the whole Constellation system and everything you need to know about it. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.